Today one of my jobs canceled and I have some time to do some more work on the 130. My last video there was an issue with the steering column. Well, I'm happy to tell you that issue still exists. I'm not really happy, I'm just being sarcastic. Anyway, this steering column, it looks like it's fitting now. The screw can go in here. There's a valley inside there, and you can secure this part of the column to the box, the steering box. However, this part here, if you look inside, you can actually see the rod inside there. That means the screw will not be able to go in there. This has to be backed out a little bit, and that cannot happen because I haven't figured it out yet. This is a TDCI steering column. They're all, I believe they're all the same length. So I just have to figure out what has to be done. Maybe I'll screw that in first and then play with this a little bit. Actually the steering wheel is locked inside here, and I'll play with it a little bit, see if I can get it straightened out and get it to back up, right? And then secure the screw. I have made some progress since the last time. The dash is in. Everything is connected. Let's see if I can move this guy out of the way. Okay. Everything and more is connected. I don't know if I'll have an issue with it in the future. I'll tell you what I mean. So, if you look on the dash, I have fog light. I think that's front here. I have front windscreen. I have front windscreen, rear windscreen, heater, that is. Front washer, front wiper. There's a difference. Right, see that? And windows up and down, left, right, heated seat, AC. So here's the issue. This loom, this dash and this loom is not originally for a 130. So this dash has extra stuff on it. There's no heated windscreen in the back of either the 130 or the 110 double cab, crew cab. So this is obsolete. I think this is rare, right? What else? Down here on the loom, I have 3 of these guys, and I believe these are for heated seats, right? I know 2 of them are front heated seats, left and right, I believe, and I'm not sure what this guy's for. I don't know if there was a heated seat in the back area of any of the Land Rovers. Maybe the SVX, maybe the Autobiography, maybe the I forgot the name of the other one. The more high-end trucks, that is. However, so that's 2 issues so far. One over there, and that's this loom is not much of an issue. When I got the transfer case, it came minus the high-low selector switch, and also it came minus the speed pinion. That's how you get it. So if you don't have an old box, you're gonna get it minus the speed pinion, gear, and the selector switch. Now that it's in, I'm gonna load it up with some 7590 gear oil and have that secured. And I'm gonna change the transmission oil. This is the fill here, and the empty plug is below. But I have a real issue today. So here's the real issue that I have. This door, which is a central locking and automatic window door, it's not fitting here. Take a look at this. Right? It's not fitting. So let me explain what's going on. This cabin, minus the bulkhead, this cabin came separate from the bulkhead. I'm looking at it when I put the door up, right here seems as if it should be leaning out some more. The door just doesn't fit. Right? Now what would make this bulkhead lean in a few degrees? I remember kind of forcing this guy. If you notice over here, it's very tight. It's touching actually. And on this bulkhead, I can actually see where the heat melted a little bit of the, I guess, the clear coat or whatever they use back there, the paint. So I know that it's supposed to touch, but apparently when I put this in, it's touching so much that I need to jack it up. If you look here, it's tight here too. I need to jack it up, get it away from here, which will then get it away from here, and hopefully I'll be able to, after I remove these guys, I'll be able to pull it out a bit. I think that's the issue. I hope so. I don't see any other reason why it should be like that. Everything seems to be okay below. It's the only place that's really secured is down here on both sides, here and there. So I'm gonna adjust these screws, well, loosen them, both sides. I'm actually, as I'm talking to you, I noticed something here. Are you seeing a space there? There's a space there, which means there's a space all the way from here to here, which means that's a lot of room that I can bring the entire bulkhead forward. But it's only going to move forward if I move the catalytic converter, the catalyst, right? So that's a job. That's a big issue. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know how I'm gonna get it. This is where I need Lars from Madison Motors. This is where you feel like you need more help. You need a helping hand. You need a professional come in. I've done a lot with this truck by myself. Obviously, I didn't put the cabin on by myself. I had help. But I mean, I've been pursuing, and you know, Land Rover family, you know, when something's as close to your heart as this, you put the effort in. And I can tell you, your next video, you're gonna see this straightened out. It's a big issue now. I wish I could show you what I meant by the door is not fitting. It's just not fitting, and I can tell why. Alright, so that's the progress. I can talk some more about, let me move this guy here. I can talk a little bit more about the engine and what I've done so far. So I've routed the fuel line, the diesel fuel line. I've routed it here. The fuel line was originally not for this vehicle. Well, this vehicle is like a Frankenstein, to tell you the truth. A lot of parts from different vehicles on this vehicle. And I also routed the coolant lines, the fuel coolant lines over there. That goes over there. I have since realized that this plug here actually goes right about here, and this is for it's a sensor. It's for a sensor. It's for a coolant sensor that fits on a connector like this, not this connector, but a connector that has a coolant sensor space right here. So this, I have to toss this out, and I'm gonna get a new one. It comes with this piece, the coolant sensor connector here, and let me see, I think it comes with this piece also, and this piece. I'm also gonna get a new thermostat and a new lower pipe, and this lower pipe, this guy down here is where, let me see, oh, I passed it. So this guy here is where the coolant, the fuel coolant, is going to be plugged into here, and another one goes into the radiator. Let me see what else. So I routed all the wires that are supposed to be back here. I don't remember what this guy is. I knew at one point. I routed the ECU. This ECU actually was the ECU that came with the loom. What else? There's some wires down there that I routed also. This line here is the brake line, ABS brake line. Alright. When we come back over here, I'll show you what still has to be connected. So over here, this goes into a sensor. I believe it goes into this sensor here. This is a pre-catalyst sensor, right? And if you come down here, there's a, I don't know if I could see it, but there's a post-catalyst sensor back there somewhere. You can actually see the wire there, which is this guy, and there's a catalyst sensor here also. So pre and post. Post is black, pre is green, and I think this one is orange. But don't quote me on that. It could be either green here and then orange here, but I think it's green there and orange here. And that's what those guys are for. What else? But yeah, this progress here. I'm